Okay, let's talk about a strange conflict that's at the very center of our modern lives. You only have a finite amount of time, right? But everything around you is fighting for your attention with an infinite number of distractions. In today's explainer, we're going to break down the rules of a game that most of us don't even realize we're playing, the real money game, the game for your time. And this quote, yeah, from Iron Man of all places, just nails it. We spend so much of our lives chasing money, chasing status, and we totally forget that the clock is always, always ticking. Time is the one thing you can never, ever get back. It's your most valuable asset, period. So let's just be real for a second. Think about your day so far. How much of it did you spend doing things with actual intention? And how much of it just kind of vanished into the endless scroll on your phone? Look, this isn't about judging anyone. It's just a starting point. Because real life, real progress, that happens in the moments we decide to reclaim from the screen. Want to see what this actually costs you? Let's talk numbers. Let's say your time is worth, I don't know, a pretty modest 227 rupees an hour. If you're spending 5 hours a day on your phone, and trust me, a lot of us are, that's an opportunity cost of over 40,000 rupees every single month. You're basically paying that much to be distracted. It's kind of shocking when you see it spelled out like that, isn't it? You know, this whole thing isn't exactly new. Way back in the Roman Empire, they had this concept called bread and circuses. The idea was simple. Keep the people fed and entertained, and they won't pay attention to the really important stuff. Well, today, the circus is right here in our pockets. It's a nonstop stream of entertainment designed to keep our attention away from what truly matters. So why do we keep falling for it? Well, it usually boils down to two really simple things. First, a lack of energy. That feeling of, I just don't feel like it. And second, a lack of purpose. When you don't have a clear goal for your time, believe me, something else will always rush in to fill that empty space. So how do you break free from this cycle? It all starts with a huge shift in your mindset. We have to stop seeing money as the ultimate goal, the main way we keep score. We need to start seeing time as the ultimate currency. How you spend your time is going to determine how rich your life is, way more than how you spend your money. The ancient Atharva Veda has this incredible metaphor for it. Time is a wild horse, just galloping forward, and it does not stop. It doesn't wait for you to feel motivated. It doesn't wait for you to figure things out. You really only have two choices. Learn how to ride that horse or stand there and watch it disappear over the horizon. And this brings us to a super important distinction. The poor mindset drilled into most of us says that time equals money. You trade your hours for salary. Simple. But the rich mindset operates on a totally different equation. Value equals money. See the difference? It's not about trading your time. It's about creating value that the world is willing to pay for. Okay, so once you adopt that rich mindset, two main roads to financial freedom really open up. The first is the slow, steady, disciplined path of compounding, and the second is the active, entrepreneurial path of creating value by solving problems. Let's make this real. Imagine two friends, Shaurya and Akash. At 23, Shaurya goes for the flashy lifestyle, the high rent. At 25, he gets a new car on EMI. By 36, he's taking on a huge home loan. Akash, on the other hand, he starts with a simple 50-30-20 rule, starts a small monthly investment, and by the time he's 36, his portfolio is worth over 1 crore. Shaurya's path? Man, it's a story so many of us know. It's the hamster wheel, it's powered by loans and EMIs. Every time you get a raise, your lifestyle gets more expensive. You end up in a life where you are constantly working just to pay for things you already bought. You're basically a slave to your own past decisions. But Akash, he played a totally different game. His path is powered by the magic of compounding. He got it. He understood that with a little discipline and consistency, he could make his money start working for him. So instead of being a slave to his money, he made his money his employee. And this is where the magic really kicks in. Look at this. It's often called the 7-3-2 rule of compounding. It shows you just how fast wealth can accelerate. For Akash, getting to his first 50 lakhs took 7 long years. But the next 50 lakhs? That only took 3 years. And the next? Just 2. That's the mind-blowing exponential power of compounding at work. Warren Buffett said it best, and this quote perfectly sets up our second path. Compounding is one way to make money while you sleep, for sure. But there is another, more active way, one that doesn't necessarily rely on decades of waiting. All right, so path number 2. This one's a game changer. It's about getting you to stop chasing money, because money is just a side effect. The real goal is to start chasing problems. Wealth is nothing more than the reward the world gives you for solving a problem it really cares about.
So, where do you even begin with that? It's simple. Just look around you. Listen to your friends, your family, your coworkers. What drives them crazy? What are they always complaining about? Every single complaint you hear is a potential business opportunity just waiting to be discovered.
I mean, think about the biggest companies out there. What are they, really? They're just massive problem solvers. Uber didn't invent the taxi. It just solved the frustrating problem of finding one. Amazon solved the problem of inconvenient shopping. Oyo solved the problem of unreliable budget hotels. At their core, they are all problem-solving machines. But here's the catch, the secret sauce, really. It's not enough to just find a solution. That solution has to be scalable. It has to be something that isn't tied directly to your personal time. A single restaurant can only serve so many people, right? But a franchise can serve millions. Tutoring one student is limited by the hours in your day, but an online course, you can sell that to thousands of people, even while you're sleeping. Okay, so we've looked at the two big paths, compounding your money and creating scalable value. Now let's put it all together. Let's talk about the new rules for winning the real money game, which is really the game for your own freedom.
It boils down to these 4 steps. This is the new playbook. Number 1, stop focusing on the money itself. Number 2, shift your focus to finding and deeply understanding problems. 3, build a solution that can grow without you. And 4, the ultimate prize, you get to own your time.
It really is that simple. This is the fundamental law of creating value. The bigger the headache you solve for people, the more the market will reward you for it. The scale of your impact directly determines the scale of your reward. And that brings us right back to where we started. Whether you take the path of compounding, the path of creating, or maybe even a mix of both, the goal is exactly the same. It's not about the money. The money is just the tool. The real goal is freedom. The freedom to decide how you want to spend every single minute of your one wild and precious life. So, there you have it. You know the rules now. You understand that your time is the real currency, and solving problems is how you earn more of it. The question isn't how to play the game anymore. The question is, what's your first move? The game is on. What problem will you solve?